if you have blocks, I recommend you putting them next to you. You might need to use them or not. So even now, if you want to sit on a block, feel free to do so. I want you to just settle in, find a comfortable seat. I love putting one of my feet, one on top of the other when I sit like that. So you can try that too. I want you to try to relax, try to settle in. I want you to have your head over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Your hands can do whatever they want. You could just put them on your knees, on your lap, one on top of each other. They can be tilted or flipped up or down, whatever feels comfortable and whatever makes you feel more aware at this moment. Your gaze can be just a soft gaze, or if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes. Spine is long. I want you to start deepening your breaths. And just start to notice the temperature in the room. What different sounds are in the room? How does it feel to sit here right now? Does it feel comfortable? And I want you to direct your attention inwards and start noticing the qualities of your breath. Is it fast? Is it slow? Are you able to take deep breaths? How's your mind today? Is it busy or quiet? Are you thinking about all the things you have to do today or about something else? I want you to try to put everything to the side. Nothing will run away, don't worry. You won't forget any of those things. They will still be there after, but just for a short time. Let's just focus on our breathing. And our sensations throughout all these poses and this practice. When you are ready, I want you to open your eyes. And we're going to start with some shoulder cars. I'm hoping that we will be able to strengthen our shoulders a little bit today, but also just open them or open our hearts. And yeah, put a little fire under our body, but not too intense or anything like that. So when you're ready, we're going to take our right hand. We're going to put it on top of our left thigh. We're going to keep our back straight and tall, and our belly is a little bit engaged, not super serious, just to make sure that we're not tilting or moving or leaning anywhere. And we're going to take our hand, we're going to lift it up all the way till it's next to our ear. We're not opening our ribs, we're not flaring up our ribs, we're keeping them collected. And we're gonna just flip our arm. We're gonna internally rotate it and take it back. And I want you to try to not curve towards the front, and just try to stay tall and neutral. Gonna take it back, 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 and down to meet our right thigh. We're gonna reverse it. We're gonna take our same hand, obviously. Gonna take it back up. Our thumb is pointing towards the ceiling. Oh, something fell. And when we hit this wall, we're just trying to externally rotate our shoulder and bring it all the way back to our left knee or thigh. We're gonna do it one more time. So we're lifting, we're internally rotating all the way back, hitting this wall, and lowering and reversing. Up, 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 up. We hit this wall. We're spinning our hands back, out, and back to our knee. You can give it a little shake. And we're gonna do our left side now. So let's start again with our left hand on our right knee. And we're lifting, lifting, lifting. Again, we're not opening our ribs. We're trying to pull our hand as far back as we possibly can without bending our elbow as much as we can. Once we bend our elbow, we lose some of the integrity of what we're doing. So we're trying to keep our hands, our arms straight. We're internally rotating it back, 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 and down. And I want you to notice the differences between the two sides. We're going to take it back, up, 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 till we hit this wall. Externally rotate, bring it all the way back. And one more time. Tricep to our ear, internally rotate, back, 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 down by our hip, and reverse it. For me, this left side is usually more open, but I'm noticing today that it's not the case. Okay, let's give it a little shake and meet me on all fours. This mat is dirty. Oof. Okay, let's do a little bit of moving between cat and cow. Just move however you feel like today. A little bit of a stretch to the left, a little bit of a stretch to the right. A few rounds around our wrist just to warm them up a little bit. Lean forward, take it back, and move your spine. And when you feel ready, meet me in downward dog. All right. Now that we are here, let's just move a little bit. Let's awaken the back of our legs. Your heels don't need to touch the mat at any point, but just do whatever feels good. If you want to drop your heels to the right and push the ground away, you can do it on the other side as well. Do whatever feels good. And then I want you to find some stillness. Let's establish this place right here. Our back is long. Our arms are externally rotated. Elbows towards our ears. Our belly button is our belly button is in, I guess, towards our spine. And we're gonna do a few spinal rolls. So we're gonna bend our knees, lift our ankles if you haven't done it already. Bend our knees and press forward. vertebra after vertebra, all the way to plank. We're gonna lower our knees, and through cow, we're gonna lift up and back. And let's do it a few more times. Lower our knees, open our chest, up and back. One more time, really feel your back opening. Feel the wave-like quality. All the way back. And one more time. This time, we're gonna find our way to our bellies. Feels good. What's happening here? Anyway, sorry. Our hands on 10 and 2. We're gonna do a few rounds of oscillating cobra. We're gonna take an inhale, lift up. Exhale, go down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, go down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more time. Our tops of our feet are pressing firmly to the ground, and our legs are always active. One last time. Inhale. All the way up. Broaden your collarbones. Stay here for a sec. You don't have to be as high. And exhale. Lower down. We're gonna take our left arm, in a cactus, and what is this? Anyway, we're gonna put it on the ground, and we're going to roll over it. We can use our right hand for help, for support. We're gonna bend our right knee and take our toes behind our left thigh. They don't have to be on the floor, they can just float. You can lower your left ear to the ground, and I want you to focus on the sensation of the stretch on your left shoulder, in your pecs, in the armpit. Our spine is long. Our chest is very open. We're inhaling to our left shoulder and exhaling deeper into it. I want you to reconnect now with your breaths if you lost it already. And I want you to start tapping into that Ujjayi breath, that audible breath. Take one last inhale here. And on the exhale, we're returning to the center and switching sides. So we're gonna do it on our right side. We're rolling into our right shoulder, Our shoulder blades are trying to reach each other, inching towards each other. Maybe that's more correct. We're using our left hand as support. It's not pushing away from the ground, it's just more supporting our weight. It's there for our balance. And we're taking a few deep breaths here as well. Really feeling the stretch. I want you to keep your right leg, the one that's straight, keep it fairly active. I want you to have this active connection throughout your body. And even if we focus on our hands, on our toes, on our shoulders, on our necks, our whole body is working together at this time. And again, reconnect with your breath. Focus on here and now. We're going to take another deep inhale. And exhale. We're going back to center. All right. You can move a little bit here. And we're going to go back to downward dog. Pay attention to how it feels in your shoulders now after that deep stretch. All right. Let's take an inhale here. And on an exhale, we're gonna meet at the front of the mat. You can take little steps or big ones. And we're gonna meet in a forward fold. You can have a little bend in your knees. Move left to right. You can grab opposite elbows and just swing a little bit. And say no with your head and yes. And when you are ready, we're gonna roll slowly all the way to the top. Head comes last. We're rolling our shoulders back. Chest is open. We're reestablishing our connection with the ground, with our feet. Palms open, and we're going to take a deep breath. Reach your hands up. Urdhva Sthasana. And our hands meet each other. And with an exhale, hands to heart center. Gonna take another inhale. And exhale, we're melting to forward fold. Gonna take an inhale, and with our hands on our shins, on our thighs, on a block, however you feel like your spine will be the longest, we're gonna push to halfway lift. And with an exhale, we're going back down. Hands on the ground, and the same way you came up, we're going back down. You can, for this time, lower your knees to the ground. Take a push-up, chaturanga. Chest again is open. You're looking forward. And you're going back, pulling yourself to cobra or upward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And you're going back to downward facing dog. Again, we're taking an inhale here. You're lifting your ankles, bending your knees, And we're gonna meet at the top of the mat. Forward fold. We're rolling all the way to the top. Hands reaching up to heart center. Again, inhale, hands up. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, going back to push up. And with an inhale, upward dog. Look up. Our shoulders are pulling back. And we're going down to downward dog. Take an inhale. Roll to the front of the mat. Forward fold. We're gonna roll up. Hands reach up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, our hands on the ground. And we're going back to chaturanga with an exhale. You can jump walk however you want to get there. And we're pulling forward to upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump walk however you want to get to the top of the mat. 2. Forward fold. Hands between your, feet between your hands. And with the inhale, we're rolling up, reaching our hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, melt down. Now do a few rounds. Let's say do 2 rounds on your own. Inhale, back. And we meet again in downward dog. Take your time. Next, we're going to lower our knees to the ground. And we're going to meet, actually, if you don't want to lower your knees, you can stay in a plank. Or you can put your hands on some blocks or do both. And we're going to do a few scapula push-ups. We're going to do 10 of those, but we're going to make them count. So we're going, however you want to prepare for that. I'm just gonna stay here. We're gonna squeeze our glutes. Our glutes are active, just like they would be in a plank. And our core is active as well. We're pushing the ground away. We're trying to keep our spine long and straight. And we're going to sink into our shoulders. Shoulder blades are squeezing as if they have a pencil between them and you're holding it. And then we're pushing it back. And our shoulder blades are running away from each other. They're gliding on the sides of our back. Another 10, 9, 8, 7. Arms are externally rotating. 6, 5. Try to not lock your elbows. 4. And really push 3, push, 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 2, and 1. You can stay here. You can be in plank. Wherever you are, we're only here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. And we're gonna pull forward to Sphinx. Hopefully you see me. Okay, we're here in Sphinx for just a moment. Move right, move left. Release your shoulders a bit. And we're gonna do a few more rounds of oscillating cobra. This time, feel free to be creative. You can go into your left shoulder or right shoulder or both. So we take an inhale. Legs are active, glutes are active. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now we're moving to locust, so we're gonna take an inhale first. We lift everything up, thighs off the ground, shoulders off the ground. Your shoulder blades are squeezing, 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 opening your front collarbone, your chest. You're looking forward, not up. You're trying to think long and not like up. Your hands can go by your hips. You can try to pull your pinkies? Is it pinky? Yeah. You can try to pull your pinkies towards one another like they're trying to reach. Pull, pull, pull. Lift up. Take a deep breath. Try to grow even longer and taller. And lower down. Whew. You can shake your booty a little bit. Shake, shake, shake. And meet me in child's pose. Fun. Feel free to move a little bit here. You can put your forehead on the ground and move it right and left. Give yourself a little massage on your head, on your forehead. I'm gonna take 2 more inhales here. And exhales, obviously. And after resting for a bit, we are gonna meet in dolphin. So we can spin our arms so that we can catch our opposite elbows. That's perfect. Just to make sure that we're where we are supposed to be. And we can put our palms on the ground. We're grabbing the mat as like in everything else that we would do in a plank, in a handstand. We're always active in our arms, in our hands, in our feet, everywhere. And we're going to, you know what, before we're going to dolphin, I suggest that you put a block or 2 in front of your face, kind of in line with your fingertips, or even a little bit lower than that. And we're going to meet a dolphin. Okay. We can have a little bend in our knees. Legs don't need to be straight, as long as we feel the external rotation in our arms. our elbows are pressing against the mat, our forearms, our hands, our lower ribs go in, and we push towards our knees. So we're opening this area of our armpits. Okay. We can move a little bit here too, but I want you to find some stillness, and we're going to do something like this now. So you can look at me before we can stay in your dolphin. We're just going to tap with our nose on the block, or try to reach. You don't have to actually tap it. If it's easy for you, you can remove the block and just try to tap your ground with your nose or your chin. So we're gonna try to keep the pushing of the ground away. We're lifting our chest from the ground, but we are just going forward, tap, and back. Take an inhale, and an exhale, tap, and back. One more time, tap, and back. Let's do two more. Tap, and back. And one last time, tap, and back. And you can lower your knees to the ground and flip your palms. Again, your hands are in external rotation. Now I want you to try to touch your shoulders. You can widen your child's pose and sink into it. Pay attention to the sensation in your triceps, in your shoulders. And when you are ready, you can move the block away, and we're going to meet in a downward dog again. From here, our right foot goes back and up, and we're going to take it to the front of the mat, right foot to right thumb. We're going to lift up to archer's lunge. You can just open up. Try to have your feet in a hip width distance, so not one after the other, and try to not lean too much forward. Try to be straight, tall. Your belly pulls inward, and you're trying to sink forward with your front foot. Your inner arch of the front foot lifts up. Your back foot is strong, as straight as it can be, so you can really feel the stretch in your left hip flexor. You're pushing the ground away, and you're opening, you're twisting from your belly muscles, from your core. You're super strong here. You're reaching back, you're reaching forward. You're trying to find center. With each inhale, you grow taller, longer, and each exhale lowers you deeper into it. Into the twist, into the bend of the knee. We're going to take another inhale here. With an exhale, we're lowering slowly our left knee to the ground, left hand to the mat as well. And I hope that you have enough space here. If you don't, you can scoot your right leg a little bit further towards the top of the mat. And you're just gonna reach to your back leg. And once you catch the outside of it, I want you to pull away and open your chest. So you really feel the stretch in your right shoulder as well as in your right groin and left hip flexor and quad. It's really a sensation here. Just pull, pull, pull. And with your next exhale, you're gonna put your toes, your left toes on the ground. You're gonna have this little closing, I guess. Correct me later. And we're just gonna do a modified side angle. So I'm gonna spin to you. Just like that. Our shin is on the ground and we're just opening. You can be here, you can be here. I just want you to feel your left side body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You're pulling as if you could touch the ceiling. And on your next exhale, hands on the ground. Your toes go back to where they were. You can even take them a little bit more to the left of the mat. And you're going to open up to Wild Thing. You can lift your foot off the ground if you want. You can leave it here. Gonna take another inhale. And on the exhale, we're going back to Downward Dog. All right, we're gonna do those nose taps again. So you can prepare your block if you need it. Just gonna spin again. And we're gonna add something else to the mix. So again, we're meeting in Dolphin. Let's reestablish the pose. Try to go over our checklist. And when you're ready, we're taking an inhale, exhale, tap. Go back. And every time you go back, I want you to push and open your chest and shoulders. Inhale, back. Inhale, touch. And I want your bum to be tilting up and back towards your ceiling. One more time. Inhale, tap. And we go back to that child's pose. We can remove the block or keep it there. We're going to take our hands to our shoulders one more time. But this time, we're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're putting our hands on the ground in front of you. We're going into plank. You can either stay in this modified plank with your knees on the ground, take a push up, look forward, go back, hands on shoulders, or you can go into high plank, push up, chaturanga, go back to this place. We're just gonna do 3 of those, so make them count. And we can start now. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, elbows in, back, inhale, and exhale. And if you want, you can add 1 or 2 more. I just want you to make sure you're looking forward in your chaturanga. Your chest is wide open. And back. And rest. And now let's do our other side. So we're meeting again in Downward Dog. Left leg to the sky and left leg to left thumb. we are, again, making sure our legs are hip width distance apart. We're opening into our archer's lunge. I'm going to be here for a bit, so I'm going to turn around. Oop. Try to make your front foot as close to 90 degrees as you want, but as long as you feel your stretch in your right hip flexor, as long as you're focusing on spinning from your core muscles, you can be here, here, here. You can be everywhere you want. Make sure your hips are centered. You're not sinking into it. Take long, deep breaths. It's hard for me too. Super hard. Try to be honest with yourself about where your hands should be, where your shoulders are. And don't just move from your hands, but from your shoulders. Let's take another deep inhale and lower, lower, lower. Slowly, slowly to the ground. Right hand to the ground. We're opening up, catching the right foot. You can open your front foot a little bit if you feel like you need to. Just spin your ankle outward a little bit and pull, 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 pull. Notice your breath. You can look up. Notice that you're not fully straightening your elbow and you're pushing the ground away. And you can exhale, close it, kickstand your right leg, and open into side angle, modified side angle. We're only going to be here for 2 more bits. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Your legs going back, and we're going to meet again in a wild thing. Ooh, that feels nice. Push the ground away. Lift your hips up. Your glutes are active. And we're gonna meet again in downward dog. Feels so good. From here, gonna lower our knees again. You can stay right here, or you can, we're going into dolphin. Almost forgot. So dolphin, lift your booty up and back. Your back is straight. You're pushing the ground away, opening the shoulders, taking an inhale, and going forward. Another 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower the knees to the ground. Take it back, hands on shoulders, stretch. We're not going to waste any more time. We're going to take a deep inhale. Hands to the ground. Push up. Back. Exhale, push up. Back. Exhale, push up. Back. Exhale, push up. Back. One more time, push up and back. This feels super good. You can either stay here or sit in hero's pose. If you're in heroes, you can close your eyes. Either way, you can close your eyes. Roll your shoulders back. Your back is straight. Take a deep inhale. And a loud exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. We're just gonna do one more vinyasa because why not? So meet me in downward dog. We're rolling forwards, 2 push-ups, knees to the ground, pull forward, inhale, and exhale, downward dog. You can lift your ankles, bend your knees, look forward, and however you want, find your way to your bum. We're going to put our hands behind our back, facing towards the front of the mat. Feet on the ground. We're going to take an inhale and lift up, 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 up. Our back is engaged, our glutes are engaged. You can have your head anywhere you want, either up or down. Just push, push, push. And I want you to swing back and forth, and lower your butt to your heels, or as close as they can get. I want you to take an inhale, open your chest, look up, and on the exhale, bend your elbows until you feel that good stretch in your shoulders. And just breathe. You can close your eyes. And let it go. Give it a little shake. And we're going to lower slowly to the ground and lay on our back. Okay, one last active thing. We're going to do a bridge pose and then 2 rounds of wheel pose. If you prefer to just do bridge or supported bridge, that's cool. Whatever feels good to you. Okay, so our elbows on the ground, our shoulder blades are tucking in. We're going to pull from the knees. We're going to pull forward, lift up with the inhale. Inhale, lift up. Our butt is squeezing really, really hard, trying to make space in our neck. Pushing up, up, up. Our whole back body is engaged. We're pulling with our ankles. We're pulling, pulling, pulling as if we can make a dent, not a dent, a ripple in the mat. I will work on my wording. We're pulling, pulling, pulling. We are feeling our hamstrings. And we're going down. Okay. Hands by your ears. Gonna take an inhale. Exhale. And on the next inhale, we go up. Try to make sure that you are opening in your shoulders and pushing the ground with your legs so that the opening is from your hip flexors and your shoulders and not from your lower back. You can relax your head, say a little bit no and yes, and go down. Gonna take 2 breaths here. Prepare. Exhale, and on the inhale, we rise up. And lower down. Ooh, that feels so good. Let's just rest here for a bit. Bring knees to touch. Spread your hands, back is straight and neutral. Just breathe in and out. Feel your heart pumping. Feel all the energy that flows in your body. Take the deepest breath that you took all day. And the longest, slowest exhales. You're going to take your right ankle over your left knee. Pull your right knee open and thread your hands. Grab the back of your thigh. Figure 4. And make this as easy as you can. Make this relaxing for you. You can close your eyes. And cross your legs, scoot your bum to the right, and drop your knees to the left. Again, hold your right thigh with your left hand. Your gaze can be up or towards your right hand. Breathe here. You can help yourself. Lift your knees off the ground, and we're gonna switch our sides. Left ankle and right knee. Open up first. Really feel that your glute is pulling your knee away, and then you're pulling your ankle towards your chest. Again, make this as soft and relaxing as you can. Just enjoy the sensation of the stretch. I don't want you to feel any sharp pain, just a nice stretch. From here, we're going to cross our legs. Our knees to the ground. Breathe here. And go back to center. Grab the outsides of your feet or your peace fingers. Happy baby. You can roll left and right. Massage your back a little. You can straighten your right leg and then your left leg. If there's anything you want to do before we close this practice, feel free to do it now. And if not, feel free to take up space. Shavasana. You can tuck your shoulder blades in and spread out. Let go of the Ujjayi breath. Don't force your breath. Pay attention to how your body feels differently than in the beginning. What are the qualities of your breath now? Are the noises in the room the same? And how is your mind? Is it still busy? Is it still calm? Were you able to disconnect from your thoughts and the plans and the monkey mind that we always have? Or was it more challenging and difficult? I want you to thank yourself. Well, I thank you for doing this and for trusting me. I want you to thank yourself for coming here and doing this for your body. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for trusting me. And I hope that you enjoyed it. I would love to hear what you thought. And yeah, if you have any questions, any thoughts, any type of feedback, I'd love to hear that. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And yeah, love you. Thank you. Oh, and feel free to be here as long as you want, yeah?